everyone, welcome to our channel. My name is Camille.
And I'm Daryl. We are a physical therapist duo living somewhat unconventional but intentional lives.
And in our channel, we will show you how we make small changes in the way we live that could hopefully help us achieve financial freedom.
Welcome and join us in our adventure.
And in today's video, we will show you how we live in the United States for free. So how much is the cost of living here in the United States?
A quick background regarding us before I answer that. Although our incomes increased 20 times working in the United States, our cost of living is 60% more than the Philippines where we came from.
And yes, we get more money here, but a big part of our salary goes to the housing expenses. I believe it's around 30%, and yeah, it's a big chunk of money.
Yes, it is. And in some states, it could be higher. For example, our friends who live in LA or New York City are most likely paying 10 to 20% more for the same square footage.
That is true. So do you remember how much we are paying for our apartment before?
I do. When I moved here, we lived together in an apartment with 2 bedroom and 2 baths, and it was around $1,200 plus the furnishings that we have to buy in order to make it look nice.
We love doing it, right? Designing the place and buying some stuff before.
I kind of like it.
You need to admit that you love it too. But do you remember how much are the other expenses that we were paying aside from the rent? Let's say the electricity, water, trash, internet.
That would total up to $450, and that also includes the rental insurance.
Oh my gosh, we were paying a lot.
We are.
So early in 2019, we figured out that it is time for us to buy a house. And it's also part of the American dream.
That is definitely true. But in order to buy that house, we have to relentlessly save for it. And our savings must include the down payment for the house, the closing costs, and the budget that we need to furnish our new home. All of that funds was allocated down to the last cent.
So there's a lot of bigger, newer, and nicer houses that we would love to get or buy. However, we need to stick to our budget. We were not looking for it at that time, but this house that we got came with a pool. And we knew that there would be more expenses with it, but we love the house, so we bought it.
This house that we bought has 3 bedrooms and 2 baths. And we bought it because we have family that tends to stay with us when they visit. But on the months that they're not here, the house seemed empty. And we only visited the rooms when we had to clean it. And so I guess they're being wasted for me. We're continually paying for a house that is mostly empty.
Yeah, so we were so used to a smaller place. So having 2 extra rooms are kind of big with us. We feel that we're alone. Let's say it like that. So we talked to our friend about it, Benjo. So Benjo introduced us to a word called house hacking. And he said that maybe we can try it since it's going to be more convenient for us and we will get more money. So we get so intrigued about it.
And at that time, our job situation was slightly impacted by the pandemic. And so we decided to do our research and see if we could try this way of living called house hacking.
So what is house hacking?
Good question. House hacking is a strategy where you live in one unit in a multi-family home, and then you put up the other units for rent. This way, your rent will cover the mortgage, the bills, and sometimes even the repair cost.
But we don't have a multi-family home. Can we still do a house hack?
Definitely.
Oh, okay.
We do have a single family home with 3 bedrooms and 2 baths, as we said earlier. And the spare room, the bedroom, the bathroom, and the common spaces are perfect to use for rentals for other tenants. And what are the pros and cons of doing this house hacking?
Well, in our experience, the pros are, one, we are living rent-free. So our mortgage is completely covered by the rental income with some excess. 2, we don't pay any home-related bills. We factored in utilities in our rental income, and so our power, water, internet bills are all covered. And third, which is the one we love most, is we increase our savings. All the money that used to go to our housing expenses is now free to be saved and invested for our retirement.
And the cons for house hacking is kind of practical. You will be living with strangers, and we will dive into this more later in the video. And you must also share common spaces with other people. You occasionally bump into them, and sometimes there will be misunderstanding on how to manage and use the common spaces.
But that's not too bad though. Do you remember how we started?
I definitely do. And for this, we highly advise you guys to read the book, The House Hacking Strategy by Craig Curlup. This book is an excellent resource that will be able to answer your questions regarding house hacking, and it contains important strategies to make this work.
Yes.
In this video though, we are not going to discuss how to find a house that will be suitable for house hacking. And we will assume that you already own a home, you have a space that is ready to take in tenants and hopefully make you some money.
Yes, that is correct. But before you invite some random stranger to stay in your house, there are some things we suggest you do. First is get all the necessary documents.
Number 2, you need to fix up your space.
3 is take inviting pictures.
Number 4 is you need to create your listing.
5 is you have to screen your tenants or your applicants. It is very important.
Number 6, you need to show them your property.
And the last one is you move in with your new roomie.
First, you need to get all the necessary documents. And for this, we visited the website called biggerpockets.com. This website is an excellent resource for people who wants to increase their wealth by using real estate investments. In this site, they also have a group of people that is ready to answer your questions that you will have along the way in your real estate journey.
Second is you need to fix up the space. So in our case, we did not buy any new furniture to do this because the rooms are already furnished for our guests. But for other needs, we just go to our local garage sales, which is a lot cheaper than the furniture stores, way cheaper. We don't overly decorate as well. We just put the basics like side table, lamp, closet, and an airbed. We use an airbed so it can be more sanitary for the next roomie. And also, for some of our tenants, they have their own beds. So it's very convenient for us to just remove the airbed, right? So, and also, the most important is you clean, and clean.
You can't clean enough.
Yeah.
The next one is you take inviting pictures. This is a big part of the listing because this is a part of the advertising of your space.
Yes.
The future roomies would tend to browse listing sites and would most likely click on your listing if the rooms look nice.
That is correct. And so be sure to take very good pictures. Like the natural lighting should be, coming from the window, and you need to really unleash your Photoshop skills by fixing them up. Because sometimes photo cameras will not do the space some justice. You have to think of it this way. It's like you're uploading your face in a dating app or OkCupid or whatever dating app. But the good thing with this one is the other person will surely pay, right? Next is you have to create your listing. Oh, this is so fun. Describe the space as best as you can to attract people to check it out. Do not exaggerate by saying that there is a home theater system in the room, but do not undersell the space as well.
Yes, and write down what is and is not included in the rent as well, such as utilities. Also indicate if you have amenities in your home, such as parking space, a patio space, or a pool. Tell them also if you are near a school, a hospital, if you're near a park, or a shopping center, remember to sell the space but also sell your location.
Yes. You can also include a general description about yourself in the listing so that your future roomie will know who you are, who will be the person that will be that will be living with them. This also tends to attract the right people that you want to rent your space as well.
Yes, also write down your expectations and general rules that you will have in the home. And this is very important because this will at times prevent people who would want to apply in your room but does not share the same values as you are. But remember to write good descriptions, but they must not contain discriminatory words because this is against the law.
Yes. So we need to always observe fair housing laws. And for those of you who don't know about that, you can check out the link below. That way you need to, we all have to abide to it. Even I think we're living with that person. I mean, we're under the same roof. We still need to abide to it. So where do we post this? Usually we post it for free in Facebook Marketplace, roomies.com, Craigslist, and Zillow.
Number 5 is you screen your applicants. As I said a while ago, one of the cons of house hacking is that you are living with strangers. It could be quite scary. So do your best to screen your applicants, and you must do your due diligence. Once your future roomie shows interest through Facebook or other of the listing sites, resend them all the information on the room and your general requirements and your expectations. This way, it will screen out the applicants that did not read your listing or is not willing to comply with your requirements. If they're still interested, tell them that you will give them a call and ask for their number.
One thing we've learned from Mr. Carlo is that you call your applicants and talk to them. This will give you great insights if they will be a good fit in your space. So do not skip this. At an agreed time, we call them to first give them a brief description of the property because I assure you, most of them already forgot what it looks like because they've been looking at numerous listings. Ask if they have any questions. If none, let them know that you have some questions for them. So what are the questions that we typically ask in a phone interview?
The first one is we ask them to tell us a little bit about themselves, their reason for moving, and when are they planning to move.
Second is if they have any source of income. So this could be coming from a social security, a job, salary, or any scholarship allowance. Next is if they have a credit score at least 600 and above.
We also ask them if they have any eviction records. If they do, the number of evictions that had been filed against them, and if they are a smoker.
Next is we tell them that there is no drinking, no pets, no couples, one person occupancy in our property. And again, this will be up to your discretion, but this is our requirements. If they don't qualify, tell them right away that your space is not the right fit because of the minimum requirements. This way, you are not wasting your time and the applicant's time as well.
We highly discourage you to bend your standard and your minimum requirements. To qualify, all applicants must meet everything. We cannot emphasize this enough. This is based on our personal experience. Once we let an applicant rent our space, even if they did not fulfill the minimum requirements, because we needed to have one badly. And we want to give people second chances. But oh brother, that did not end well. It is better to just have a vacant room than to invite headache in your own household.
Next is you show the property. Once they pass the phone screening, you can schedule a showing of the property at a time when all applicants come at around the same time. So they can see that there's other people interested to get the space. They will be more eager to apply right away.
And this part is still part of the screening process. If they want to proceed with the application, they can do it on paper or websites that can give them their credit check, credit report, background check for a minimal fee. remember to read the application and verify everything that they put in it, like their work and their rental history.
If there are some discrepancies, you have the option to verify it with them or move on to the next applicant. Remember that you have the right to choose a roomie that will share your space. If there are no red flags, you can now ask for the deposit to hold and agree on a move-in date. 7 is move in with your new roommate. There you have it.
Welcome your new roomie into your home.
We've been doing this for quite some time now and we love it. There are some challenges, yeah, but we're learning something every time.
And this is a very powerful strategy, and this is how we live in the United States for free.
So we hope you learned something from us. If you have any questions or suggestions, feel free to send us a message below. And don't forget to like and subscribe.
See you in our next video.